Hear you.
Okay, that's good.
Hello? Hello?
Hi,
Al
Al.
here.
Hi.
All right. Is this the final call or is this just to get us to be able to chat together?
I think this is for chatting. I is everyone sitting in the audience right now?
I just heard from April. Yeah, April's joined us, but she can't get into the keynote area, and she looked at her group and she doesn't have OSCC presenter. So I don't know if there's any way she can get in. If someone, maybe, I'm assuming that's what was the issue. But is there any way, worst case, she will just not come on stage and she'll talk about her slides when we get to them?
Now, where is everyone? I'm over here in the middle part.
I can no longer um, manipulate my avatar. I'm sitting in the audience.
Okay.
If that
This is
happens,
April. I'm still
if
stuck
that
over
happens,
on
just hit the escape
the
key.
booth.
Yeah, none of the normal stuff works out.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
mine was,
think that things were shut down so that there wouldn't be too many activities going on, right?
yeah, mine froze a little bit too. Seems to be okay now.
I see your names, but I don't know where you guys are sitting and
I'm I'm pretty close to the front row, maybe second row, although I can't see where I am anymore. I can only see the stage.
I think I see you, Maya. No, let's
I'm
see,
still
where are you?
standing. Where
Oh,
I'm,
you're right
s-
behind me,
Oh,
Al.
oh,
I'm in
okay.
the fourth row back. The long brown hair I wish I
Oh.
had. The high
Okay.
heels. High
All
heels I
right.
wish I could walk in.
I'll sit next to you then. All right.
Uh, all right.
I'm sitting in the front. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be in the blue seat,
I
actually.
I
That's,
cannot hear the presentation though at all.
Me
no.
neither.
There is a message in the chat, guys, asking us to hang up this call.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll all hang up.
about 30 minutes so everybody can, check with their families, their work, whatever, and take a break, and we'll be right back. So.
I've got material on live stream that's also running now anyway, and I've just added in the first 2 sessions, so there's enough.
Yeah, no, you can be all by all means if you want to. Probably we'll have to take it down a little bit. So Alan is up next. Oh no, Joe. Joe is up next. So that the SUNY folks, they have their own thing, as we all know, because they called us. Marcus, you're in that call too, because I think you were. I don't know. Are you in that call? I think you are. Maybe you're not. I don't know if you're back up for Joe.
And Alan's here, of course. So we need to. Well, we really need to. Is this the channel we'll be streaming on?
Yeah.
So we can add.
Here.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Good day, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. I was just telling people to wait 5 or 10 minutes, but then the call came. Very good.
Sorry. James needs to pick up, but we'll ring him back in afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, he's probably just
Yeah.
got a little bit of.
And Joyce, by the looks of it.
Well, but that's me, so I'm just not in.
Oh, right, yeah.
I can only be in one place at one time.
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognise your voice there.
It's two different mics. It's two different mics and two different machines, so
Yes,
they sound very
this
different.
one's good. It hasn't got the hum.
It varies, though. I think there's something up. Like, it's not consistent. That hum is because this is the same one that was before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Hang on a minute.
Something is conflicting somewhere to make that hum sometimes. So, hi.
Just amazing we're getting to this point.
So, everybody on the SUNY side of things, Alberto, I hear you okay. Maja, can you actually speak? Or were you having audio problems before?
I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Hi, this is Irene.
Irene,
Yeah,
this
I
is
can
great.
hear Irene.
Great.
And Eileen, you can hear me too. April is going to come in on this thing, but she couldn't get her avatar in, so she's just going to
I'm
address
here.
slides.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you're here. Okay, good.
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, great.
Great.
She's just not on stage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll ghost.
No, that's, I mean, people will, I mean, obviously you'll still get to speak and participate in the panel. They just won't see the avatar, which is okay. And did you have any troubles accessing an avatar, or was it just problems on your system?
I can't get into Keynote 1. I'm denied because I'm not in the group.
Oh, well, we can fix that. What's your avatar
That
name?
would be good. A space Steenberg.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Get you.
You weren't at rehearsals.
Yeah, it's tough in that word, but we'll grab you.
Getting
Wait.
through.
Who needs to have the presenter HUD active?
Yeah, who's actually while we're here, who's doing slides for you guys? Like, who's actually running the slides? Eileen?
Yeah, Eileen, and my HUD is up. Do you want me to try to go to the first slide just to make sure it's working?
Well, we're going to make sure you're active first. Hold on a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Eileen Cruz at Kitely Grid, yeah?
Yeah. I'm sorry, didn't hear you there.
Eileen Cruz at
Oh, no, Irene. That's Irene, and she's there. She's on
Oh,
stage.
right, yeah.
Yeah, our names are very close.
Yes.
She's dressed a lot better than I.
Oh, yeah.
At least she's dressed.
Yes, we did have trouble the other day. Irene was streaking us.
Our last presenter was largely undressed for most of it.
It happens
Eileen,
to the
do you
best
wanna-
of us. A Steinberg, BRG, right?
BURGH.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, it's a weird last name, sorry.
that's fine. So, okay.
Eileen, do you want to try the presenter HUD?
Okay, I just tried to move. Okay, whoops, let me not go too fast. Yep, I
Yep,
see
it's
it
working,
from my
yeah.
view. Yeah.
Yeah, I activated you on there. Does anyone else need to be active, or is it just you doing the slides?
I think we're going to just do me unless I drop out somehow. We
Right.
figured we have a script and I know when to change slides, hopefully.
Right. Who else would take over if you do drop out?
I don't know if anyone else loaded a HUD,
Right.
Okay. Well, then
Would they- unless they could take over mine.
yeah. I mean, I guess we'll have to kind of like wing that in that regard.
Is Alan moderating this one?
No,
No,
Alan's
it's not me.
streaming and Joe is, so.
Oh, okay, fine. No, I was just, I don't know why I thought Alan was moderating there for a second. There, because his voice is, it doesn't matter if he's not live. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, during Alan and myself and you, of course, Mel, we'll all be muted.
Yeah, I'll be muted.
So Joe will be your moderator. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
So, yeah,
When
that's-
we
Sound
okay,
friendly,
so-
Joe.
Yes, he does.
So you are a streamer sometimes and a moderator the rest of the time. I get it.
So I'm a moderator, streamer, and a greeter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy, that doesn't.
So
I hope you're not greeting people while you're streaming.
so as far as we're all set in regards to the voice stuff. And I guess, are there any other, we still have 15 minutes before we go live here. So are there any other questions like that you guys have, or I mean, you've got the slides up, so it looks like that's good. I told Franz Charming to add you to the group. So hopefully we can get you up on stage as well.
Okay. Either way, I'm here and can present. So.
And plus, I think we had the time off. I thought we started at 12, so I think we're just here extra early.
Yeah, but that's good. I think we're a large group of folks to make sure that we're all in order. Which region are you in?
Where our booths?
No, the person that I'm trying to grab in that's outside.
I'm in the Expo Zone 3. I'm at our booths.
Oh,
Eileen,
Yeah.
do you want us to say change slide or?
I do have your script. If you stay close to the script, I think I know when you want me to change the slide. But let's just say if I don't change it in time, let me know. And I think the issue is just to make sure you stay on time, because it's easy to go over and then April won't get her chance. So
No, I'll stay on time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also too, I would say don't wait for the slides to change. If I get out of sync or something, continue to use your streaming time, because that'll be important.
Yep.
And I printed out script. I have fail safes, but as we know, technology can be buggy.
James is asking in text here, which of you is Christendom in world?
That's me.
Irene. Right, okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we may not be totally good multitaskers, so if there are things in the chat we should attend to, maybe somebody could remind us.
we can pull it here into Skype if you want. And even Joe, I can kind of help a little bit with that if you want. Once we get going, but.
How do you want questions handled? Do you want them kept to the end or interrupted or?
Well, since we have 4 speakers, I'm almost saying kept to the end, or else all the speakers won't get a chance to talk about their work. And maybe the moderator could say that.
Yeah.
And I think they could type them in, but we may lose them, so they might want to bring them out at the end. We're also going to encourage people to email us or visit our booths so that, they can get more information, because we know this is very survey.
Okay, then one other question is that the bios are a little long. I when there's 4 or 5 of them, I've edited them a bit, but hard to edit much more. So, any suggestions, or do I just try to get through them quickly, or?
Oh, so you're going to introduce us first. Yeah, I'm not sure what you've got. I think more by the type of island they're going to talk about, their name in the island. And I don't know, maybe you folks could chime in. How much do you want people to know of your professional background, given that it's going to take time to say?
Yeah, name and island's fine with me. It's Maya.
Yeah, same here.
I think so too.
If time is of the
Okay.
essence.
Yeah.
Name an island. Now you're missing me.
Yeah.
I got names, but I'm not sure I see islands.
Can you put that here in Skype chat for him? Yeah, just
Okay.
your name and your island, like your actual, you say your name in case your Skype name isn't your name, and your island. That way, Joe can pull it from here.
Oh Jesus.
And Alan, can you mute yourself?
Yeah. We're not live yet, are we?
No, but. And of course, I would say that too. I don't know flow-wise what you guys have got planned, but you have 25 minutes. It goes by fairly quick, of course, and that does include what Joe's intro is, and then that last 30 seconds when Joe kind of wraps it all up at the end. So you really probably only have 24, maybe.
Yeah, and what we did was I have like a 2-minute intro, then each person has 3.5 minutes. And then, because we had a little transition, so hopefully if we keep our timing right and we've practiced, we should be through after about 20 minutes. So there's some time for Q&A. So, we all have a lot we'd love to say, and that's the challenge, to say the highlights.
Yeah, and I would say, you direct folks to the, booths afterwards, that's probably the best thing in regards to getting more information. And if you've got any more general links during the talk, I mean, depending upon how good you are at multitasking. And April, did we get you up there yet? Did you get a request from Franz Charming, or can you try teleporting? He might have added you to the group.
I can give teleporting a shot. I have not received a request. So give
Yeah.
me 1 second.
If not,
Nope, I'm still stuck. I can ghost. That's completely fine.
do you have you tried to get to any of the keynotes?
No, let me see if I can get to any of them.
Try to keynote 4, and then I'll be able to just see you directly and grab you. Oh, I saw somebody pop in. Is it you?
Yep, I am over at keynote 4.
Okay.
I'm just loading very slowly.
Yeah.
Maya, I'm looking at the stage, Maya, and you look like you're hiding behind the couch.
Do you have an
Sometimes,
AO
yeah.
on? Do you have an AO on?
Does she have a what on?
Try now.
I see a
April.
blob,
I just
so
added you
I
to a group, so
can't,
accept
and
that.
I'm just sitting.
She's sitting fine to me, but I know when I pulled the camera out, she looked like she was behind
Oh,
the bench.
oh, that's what it is. I was from high above.
All right, I got an invitation to the group. I'm at 4. I still cannot get to 1.
Okay, let's see if I can get you in. But if not, I may have to add you as a state manager or something to get you in. But we'll see if I can teleport you first. Did the teleport work?
Let's see.
If it fails, I got one leather.
Is that better, Al?
You look fine, Maya.
Yeah.
Teleport is definitely trying.
Sorry, I was
Maya,
muted.
you
I
look
was
fine
asking
when I zoom into the couches, but I've been looking at the stage from sort of up in the air, and you're jumping back behind the couch, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Al is our videographer. He's a professional videographer, so he's got an eye to aesthetics that certainly I don't have.
I see the same thing though. I see people when I'm at a wide angle. I'm seeing a strange alignment on the couches. I don't know what we can do about it.
Yeah,
There's two strange alignments and one that keeps jumping back.
I'm seeing okay, although of course all your avatars are positioned to the stage, so are all to be rezzed yet. It will probably help if Albo said, for example, that
Right, I need to go on to that. So we have Alberto, Ellen.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
The problem I'm having, Alan, has to do with avatar imposters. Do you know that setting in graphics?
Yeah, make sure they're off.
Yep.
Make sure is not checked.
I had that off, and why is it back on again?
Maybe a reset of some more.
Yep. That's not fair, Firestorm.
Yeah. Probably because you need avatar imposters. There's too many people.
That's right.
The teleport to 1 is hanging, so I don't know if I'm going to get anywhere at this point, but I'll let you know.
If you log off and relog, you'll probably find your avatar's already arrived at a destination. So
okay.
Yeah, don't run away yet. But it's because
just hang out.
Is it still stuck in the teleport or?
It is stuck about quart of the bar on the requesting teleport screen.
Okay, then yeah, do log off. Okay.
All right.
Who is Alberto?
All right.
Just hang on. Just make sure when you relog, you choose at last location. That's the point too.
Yeah, will that work though in a hypergrid avatar?
Alberto, Ellen, Maja.
Are you guys all up front?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 You won't be able to walk across.
Okay,
Let me
how do
give
I
you,
get that way?
let me get you a landmark and
Cool.
let's do it that way.
That one's Marja.
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah, I think if Alberto, by the way, could move to the other side, so we're occupying the 3 center couches instead of swung to the left.
You have do not disturb on, and I don't think he can.
No, he's
drop.
he's heard me. He's just stood up.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
there he goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get to the? I dropped you a keynote, April.
Right.
But you also have do not disturb on, so that might be
Oh.
conflicting with the invites that are trying to come in.
Okay.
Right.
I have a the teleport for the landmarks slow again, so I'll try to adjust things as soon as that comes back.
Okay, but at least you have the landmark now, and maybe
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Right, we have Ellen.
Yeah.
Marja.
Well, the order they're going to go in is Eileen to start, then Al will be next, then Irene, Irene, then Maya, Maja, and then the last will be April.
Are you guys sitting in that order?
No, should we?
It would be easier.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just...
If you don't mind, that way, you know, if you're going to go for the order, it'll help them be able to sort camera too. They can just kind of go from one to the other without having to jump around. Because when we're in filming, like all the interfaces off, so they don't really see name tags and such.
Yeah,
okay, good.
That's why I was trying to figure out. I'm trying to put a person on the screen to a person on Skype because I've got Skype on a separate computer. So I could always glance over the screen.
If I can butt in, we're 5 minutes from live.
Yep. I'm still trying to get April here, but.
And she'll be in the last seat since she's the last presenter.
Right, so Mayor's Mayor on there. Christine Dunn's Irene.
Yeah, Irene she has kind of a maroonish sweater on with blonde hair.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I was trying to put
and
her
those
to
bright
the Skype
glasses.
name. I was trying to put it to the Skype name because I could see it on the couch, but it's trying to figure out.
Oh, Skype name is Irene Teresa Ann Cruz.
Yeah, it's
wrong
only
one.
so when you change characters that are talking, I can see who's talking on Skype and quickly change over to it on.
Hang on a sec.
Okay, very good.
What is April's avatar name?
April A. Steinberg.
Do you know where she is at the moment?
She's in Keynote 4 if she's back online. Are you back here, April?
I'm in Keynote 4. I'm trying to get your way.
Oh, I am
sorry.
That's okay.
Try to do.
But I think she's going to need to be added to the access list. But
Can she come in even when we're started, or does she have to do that before we start?
She could come in after.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she can come in afterwards.
If we're that close, I mean, I can just do the chat. I don't want to hold things up or make it weird.
Okay, I'm friending you. And I'm just trying to teleport you.
All right.
Added to the staff group, but that's not the one we want.
Has she got staff group active?
Yeah. Do you have the presenters group? That's another option too.
Yeah, no, she's got the presenter group active, although she's a hybrid avatar. So I have to
go into the estate management tool and put her in allowed residence. That should probably work it.
Yeah.
This is that issue that I was bringing up last night. We're gonna have to do that for folks.
All right, try and teleport.
Oh, mine.
Also, as a reminder too, if you are not speaking, make sure you're muted because we will get all this background noise. And
does everybody know where my mute is? The microphone on the bottom, if anybody doesn't know.
And Alan, for now, since we're going to go live in a couple seconds, can I ask you to completely mute? Because it's hard to check.
Yeah, I am doing now.
Okay, cool. So you should it's at the bottom, the little depending upon if you're in the active call, it should be at the bottom. It's the little blue button that looks like a mic, and that mutes you on and off. So.
I'm lost. How did I have it over here?
And it's Eileen. I'll just be talking the beginning and then I'll turn mine off. But if I'll follow the scripts and turn the slides when I think you want me to, but let me know if I'm not turning them at the right time.
So April, Fran's Charming is an avatar. He's gonna friend you. You should see a friend request from him, and he's gonna try to help you admin you through this while we're doing this, and hopefully we can kind of get you over, at some point during this. But at least you should be able to hear. You'll be able to obviously hear and answer questions there. But he's.
Are you good to go, Joe? You're the moderator. We're 1 minute out.
Yeah.
Yes, I am good.
Okay. I will give you a countdown in text here because I'm going to mute now, and I can still hear you, of course. But I will just to get the timing right. I'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2 in text.
Okay, and I'm not live yet on the stream, so I'll be.
Right. You're doing that in text, right, Mal?
Yep.
Yeah, in this channel,
Okay.
I'll just give it. Yeah, I did it. I often do it in voice, and I did it by mistake earlier, and of course, everybody heard me.
So I'm going to go live now and switch over to the audio. So anything from this point on will be live, and then Mal, whenever you're ready, you can count it in.
Okay, well, I'm going to mute now and do the counting if everybody's okay. Because we're on the 0, 30 minutes.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 9:30 a.m. session of the 2015 Open Simulator Community Conference. As a reminder to our in-world and web audience, you can view the full conference schedule at conferenceopensimulator.org and tweet your questions or comments to OpenSimCC at the hashtag OSCC15. We're happy to introduce a terrific session called SUNY Graduate Program Designing Worlds for Professional Uses. Our speakers today are Eileen O'Connor, Maja Anderson, Irene Cruz, Al Ritondo, and April Steenberg. Dr. O'Connor began her career in chemistry and government and industry in the 1970s and in technology at IBM in the 1980s. She now leads adult students from a variety of backgrounds into creating environments that meet the training and educational needs within their professions. Maja Anderson is Assistant Director of Communications and Community Relations at Cornell University's Public Service Center and Center for Engaged Learning and Research. Irene Cruz has over 20 years combined professional involvement with adult literacy education, educational consultation, training, and online instruction, and graphic design and corporate training. Al Ritondo is involved with Video Production World, and April Steenberg is involved with Ari Island. I'd like to note we will try to provide a chance to answer questions near the end of the presentation. At this point, I'll welcome all the panel members. Thank you.
Hi, it's Eileen O'Connor, and I'm the instructor of this wonderful group from Empire State College within the State University of New York. Just to give you a little history, Empire State College began working in Second Life at around 2007. And I was a science education instructor, and I would bring my students into this environment. We found that it was very good for a number of us, but for those who were unfamiliar with the environment, it was a bit of a challenge for faculty. So the use of Second Life was rather limited. Now, in fall of 2013, we began bringing students into a new program called the Masters of Arts in Learning and Emerging Technology. And the initial students that came through this program were able to come in as adult learners, and one of their elective concentration areas was virtual development. We started giving students some work in Second Life that they could do, but we found out that we had very little space that they could work in. It was expensive, and I personally was quite happy when we began moving more into open sims environments. And I began in that area just to practice in about 2011. And I was developing my own islands on my own servers, but realized I just didn't have the expertise and needed to focus on education. So I began using open sim islands. Now, as this cohort of students here will show you some of the work they've done, we found it was really cost prohibitive to have students um, trying to work within Second Life. It was just out of their price range. So we were thankful to find Kitely. We've been using that for a number of years now, and the students will show you the work they've been doing. We're finding too that, you know, being an academic, I have to publish, and recently we'll have a publication out on how higher education is really starting to embrace the use of open sim islands, which make it much more affordable. It allows us to download islands. It gives us a lot more flexibility. So enough about our program. I'm going to be shutting off my mic momentarily and turning this over to Al Ritondo, who will explain some of the work he's done. And we look forward to you coming and visiting our booth later and getting to know us more. But Al, it's all yours now, and I'm going to move to your slide.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Al Ritondo, Assistant Director for the Video Production for the North Shore LIJ Health System in the New York City area. And I created an interactive virtual island where video production skills are learned and, most importantly, practiced. The initial design had 4 main areas: the indoor lighting area, the outdoor lighting area, the camera support corral, and the virtual TV studio. The final design added the amphitheater, the gift shop, the focus lounge, and the chapel. Here you see a snapshot of the final result. I worked with a programmer to create the program, to create and program all the physical activities on the island. The biggest challenge, next slide please. The biggest challenge was to try to deliver in-world recording to an in-world display. This allows an instructor to teach an assembled group of learners and show lighting results on the big screen. However, in the in-world video camera has to stream its video to an external server for display on the large video screen. This takes about 15 seconds to return and play on the screen, and really hindered the pacing of teaching. Wasn't impossible, but really, really hard. So we were not able to achieve this within the time frame available and the programming costs required. This feature, however, that can be used for many live teaching scenarios beyond just video production, is something that I really urge the Open Sim programming community to help take on this challenge and try to solve this issue. Slide 3. One victory was the development of working with video lights and the completion of the controls for the lights with a HUD, or heads-up display as it's called. You can see the HUD in the upper left. Another victory was the harnessing of the in-world sun, allowing real-world behaviors of a scrim and reflector. A scrim blocks some of the light hitting the subject, and the reflector bounces sunlight back into the subject. It was really great to see this come together for the first time. I was very excited at that point. Next slide, please. Another first was mimicking the physics of a real-life camera boom, using 3 different size cameras and 3 sets of different sized weights. The object is to find the right balance depending on the size and weight of the camera, with the right amount of counterweight. The ability to clone different avatars to create posable and animated mannequins was a great victory also. It allowed us to populate several of the activities with a cast of characters to act as models or subjects. We discovered this feature very near the launch of the pilot. Before that, we were struggling with making mannequins from scratch and were running out of time. This cloning feature allowed us to create these mannequins quickly and easily. That was a very tense period. Next slide. This is a little corner of video production world where I can retreat Two, as I observe reviewers and visitors. It's shown by the arrow in the inset. Video Production World is on Kitely servers, and my email, and I'd love to answer any questions once you come and visit, is ptval@aol.com. Five letters, ptval@aol.com. Please come and visit. It's Video Production World on Kitely. Thank you so much for your time.
Hello, can everyone hear me? This is Irene Cruz. I am an adult educator, and my focus is in the areas of ESL, English as a second language, and also literacy education. I am a graduate student with Empire State College in the master's program here. We are talking about today my Kitely VLE World, which is the ESOL, EFL Learning Center. And now moving on to the second. An island with a purpose. It was important to have, in the creation of this, a purpose with this island. The purpose in the design of the island was to foremost to familiarize and train non-English speakers and speakers, to have them familiarize with the English language and comfort within the VLE world. Within the VLE is a course that was created that's called the Basic Training of the Avatar, as well as a scavenger hunt activity-based course that also connected to a course site's Blackboard. In addition, it's my desire for this VLE to have worldwide presence within the ESL world community and to collaborate with existing VLEs that are like-minded. The possibilities can be endless. The fulfillment of potential clients who wish to utilize the island for additional meetings, performances, and sale of potentially useful wares for educational or business purposes, it could also be possible. The design of the island. In creating the island, the design needed to connect to real-life scenarios for ESL learners. It created an imaginary immersive learning environment for them. I created 7 venues within the island, and the venues were a welcome center, a tropical breeze area, which is very much like Tahiti, a culinary center, a garden center, a multimedia center, and a retail center. As well as, of course, you have to have the fun within the amusement park. Again, it is important to understand that these venues were designed around everyday scenarios, and that way the visitors could practice familiarizing themselves in a less emotionally charged environment. In addition, the element of play is evident within the assessments to further engage the learners. See this sample picture here. The cafe, which has colorful and appropriately placed prims. In addition, a clearly designated director of the island with transport capabilities. The challenges and the victories. I love working within the immersive VLE environments. The challenges was connecting the learners to the learning. People had never been in a virtual learning environment before. The idea that an avatar could actually become an alternative identity for these learners was a new thing for them to learn. This enabled them to be even more relaxed and enjoy the learning. Communication and movement within the VLE was critical. The learners engaged and learned quickly and learned how to communicate. This experience helped them to become more comfortable. What are the greatest victories? The victory was having the learners connect to the learning. They were excited to learn and they felt free in the learning experience, regardless of where they were located. Some of my students actually connected from other parts of the country, and one actually tried to get in from China at one point. The learners used the landmark teleports in clear directions, and it made everything less chaotic. It was a tremendous learning curve and a fantastic adventure for my learners and myself. Last slide. So if you'd like to connect with me, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have visitors to the island and anyone who would like to further collaborate. You could reach me at ESOL, EFL Learning Site at wordpress.com or my email as well. Please see the following contacts and you can go to the Kitely Island if you'd like to and see us at the booths. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Maya Anderson, and I work for the Public Service Center and Engaged Learning and Research at Cornell University. My island is a virtual learning environment for co-curricular and curricular community-based learning. The current island spaces grew out of its first iteration as an immersive virtual space for community outreach, with upper elementary and middle school programs working on science exploration, in particular cell biology. Hence the name of my island is still BioBunny Cell Biology Island. The 4 sections now include Virtual Cornell, a region combining 3D replicas of iconic Cornell buildings, and modified Kitely, building assets used for classroom spaces. The Virtual Cornell space is meant to be a home location as an icebreaker space to take tours of the virtual Cornell campus, learn how to portal around, and meet with groups. There's also a classroom space, several, available for meetings and collaborations. The Digital Stories region, one of the curricula currently developed for this VLE, is set up with indoor and outdoor classroom spaces to be used for group meetings and classes. The classrooms include media on a prim and slideshow assets for instruction in community-based participatory action research methods of digital storytelling, such as photo, voice, and participatory video. The digital storytelling curriculum modules are embedded in several classroom spaces around the island. The immersive VLE allows groups to first view the curriculum and then work as a group to compile digital assets such as reflections, photos, videos, and created images to tell the stories of their communities. Placing the curriculum in the immersive space is meant to increase the sense of community building when individuals are working with multiple locations. In developing these island regions, I encountered some challenges and victories. Victories included getting the portals to work, which help more visitors move around the islands. This helps keep the groups together, saves time, and makes the experience a lot more fun. It was also able to upload several 3D replicas of Cornell buildings to help create the visual Cornell illusion. Some of the issues I'm still working with are on trying to figure out the physics of the Cornell buildings so that they don't break apart into single images when you enter them. I'd also like to get the Google Earth terrain raw files to upload so that the buildings can be placed on the proper topography. Currently, there are either gaps at the base, or some of the buildings need to be submerged into the terrain. In future iterations, I would also like to get the Moodle curriculum interface working so that the various curricula can be embedded more seamlessly with the Moodle courseware. My island can be found on Kitely by plugging in BioBunny Cell Biology Island. I'd love to have visitors and get feedback and suggestions, and I can also be contacted by email at mma86@Cornell. Thank you.
Hello, my name is April Steenberg. I am the online learning instruction librarian at Finger Lakes Community College, and I have spent a very, very long time working as a digital literacy instructor in public libraries as well. While performing instruction within digital literacy at public libraries and starting to do research into what the patrons needed, I noticed there was a shortcoming in what was being taught. Looking at the scholarship on digital literacy, their support for a theory of literacy goes beyond simple operator skills. So not just possessing the basic knowledge on how to use a technology, in digital literacy specifically, in using word processing, using a computer, and using the internet. So I want to use an immersive environment to allow the application of those basic digital literacy skills to move towards a theory of digital fluency. Inside of an immersive environment, users are able to use those basic computer use, internet, and word processing to navigate in-world, to communicate with other residents and visitors, and to customize the content. While research has been done in regards to utilizing immersive environments in educational settings, there hasn't been much done looking at the specifics of adult learners using digital literacy training in such an environment. So I set out to utilize Kitely in this case to develop digital literacy training that went just beyond base operator skills. I focused on content creation and collaboration, which is where we felt the shortcomings were, and wanted to use previous skills towards this content and in world activities. The curriculum developed had learners participate in 3 in-world meetings for 3 lessons, which were moving, communicating with an avatar, traveling between islands and worlds, and then item creation and manipulation. A class Tumblr was set up parallel to that, so learners could reflect on their activities, share snapshots, consider any applications content had to their personal or professional lives. The two islands that were created within Kitely provided an environment that was designed with learners and the content in mind. Harith, the first island, was created as an open area for the first activity for getting comfortable moving and communicating. It's also the activity place for the third activity for item creation manipulation. Much open space, a lot of items for them to interact with. Furniture all had many poses. The second island, Ori, was a point of travel mostly. I wanted another private location for the lesson in moving and traveling between islands. Again, it's pretty open. It contains items to interact with. There are social areas like a coffee bar to sit and visit and explore. Both islands are open for learners to visit whenever they would like, either during the lessons or going forward. They're invited to come back as often as they would like. The learners I just worked with for a pilot expressed interest in visiting and exploring between lessons. Their Tumblr posts were full of snapshots and conversation about what was going on, what they were doing, and how they were thinking of these skills towards their work lives or their home lives. The best experience I had was being able to facilitate engaging and meaningful learning experiences. The learners were enthusiastic, they were interested in the material, they drew connections between the content being learned and their lives. Actually a fairly huge difference between doing the basic literacy training where they were just geared towards I need a job or I need to be able to do this in my job. They were enthusiastic about getting into content that was more widely applied to their lives. The worst experience I had was working with a range of internet capabilities. When you are doing digital literacy training, you are often working with people who do not have broadband internet connections. And since using the immersive environment, you do have to download the viewer. We couldn't rely on them being able to go to a library and using the connection there. So we did have some in-world frustrations from slower connections, erratic movement, clothing not resing, all that fun stuff. But the learners still stayed enthusiastic and worked through it. I can be reached at april.steenberg@flcc.edu. Both of the islands, Auri, A-U-R-I, and Hireth, H-I-R-E-A-T-H, are available to visit. I would love if you would, and thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. I think we have some time for some questions, if anybody has any. If you got any questions, you can type them in the chat. We'll try to read them now. All right, I'm not seeing any directly, so I thank you for such a terrific
excuse me, can I just jump in for 1 minute?
Sure.
It's Eileen, I'm the instructor. I do encourage you, visit these islands. A question did go by though, that do we teach this in World? We actually teach this online. All of the students you see here, we've been working together for over a year. We've never met in person. So we work online. Everyone works from their own home computer, but we do often go in World. And I have a kind of a mock-up island. I'm not an artist, so I'm a science person by background. So I've assembled a lot of resources. The students are much more artistic than I, and then they go on and do work. We meet online periodically. And so we're a combination of an online course and an in-world course. So I just wanted to answer that question. And we would love to have people come in. We are an online program. So do let us know. I might just put the first slide back up announcing us, but we're part of the State University system and we are totally online. So I hope that answers the question. Thanks.
All right, I'm seeing another question. Here is, are fees the same for non-U.S. people and U.S. people? That was asked by, it's going by too fast.
Yeah, we do have a situation where there are higher fees for out-of-state people. We're still quite affordable, so I would suggest you go to www.esc.edu, Empire State College, and you can drill down, the program, and I'll put it in the chat, is Mallet, M-A-L-E-T. And you'll see we have all sorts of emerging technologies. This particular group brought in a virtual world as a piece of a much more complex project they were doing. So you heard their pilot studies. They have created their own environments. They've brought in their own students. So our students develop something useful to their environment. We don't prescribe what they have to do. We just make sure it's educationally sound and that we make them write a lot of papers. So thank you.
One of the questions was about Sluto working with OpenSim. Do you have any links?
Maya, I think she tried to work, so could you put your mic back on and tell them?
Yes, hi. I have not yet been able to get the Sloodle Moodle to connection interface to work, although I'm still hoping to get that to work, and I will certainly post it if I do.
All right, have we missed any questions or anybody like to add anything? I'm not hearing anything, so I'm going to complete my closing. So thank you for a terrific presentation. As a reminder to our audience, you can see what's coming up on the conference schedule at conference.opensimulator.org. Following this session at 10 a.m. will be Techland, a virtual world for math and science. We encourage you to visit the OSCC 15 Poster Expo in the OSCC Expo 3 region to find accompanying info on presentations and explore the Hypergrid tour resources in Expo 2 region, along with sponsor and crowdfunder booths located throughout all of the OSCC Expo regions. Thank you again to our panel.
I wonder, it seems like my voice is enabled here. Can anybody hear me? It's Eileen.
I can hear you, Eileen.
I can hear you.
I'm going to go over to our booth.
Hi. Boy, there's a lot of scratchy sound.
Can you all hear each other? I can't hear anyone.
I hear you, but there's a lot of static. I'm going to completely shut down Skype. Maybe there's a conflict. That's better. Hello? It went away. Can anybody hear me?
Yes.
I hear you.
Great. Hello?
Hey, Al. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the background noise stopped. Eileen is asking us to talk on IM so that we're not connecting with what's happening in the conference.
Why, our chat here will interfere?
Yes, they're going to see everything that we're putting in here into over there.
Well, in other words, they're hearing us or seeing our
No,
chat?
I don't think they're here. I think they're seeing the chat.
Oh yeah, so maybe we shouldn't text
I-
chat, but try to get them.
I can actually hear.
I'm sorry?
This is Steven. I'm over here at the booth. I can actually. You are talking in local voice.
Okay, it's not affecting the conferences.
No. We're way out of the way.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna get back to the next talk. Have a good time. Good talk, guys.
Take care. Be well. Well, I think we did well. I guess I'm still recording. I recorded the whole thing from
Oh, fantastic.
sort of. So I'll get past all the chit chat and setup unless anybody's interested in. I'll render it all out, up and including
Yeah, they're
this.
also going to have it streaming too on the as well. But that's fantastic, Al.
Eileen, are you hearing the conversation? But we just can't hear you. Is that where we're at?
I'm trying to talk. It seems
Oh,
like
there
I
you
can
go.
talk, but
I
I
can hear
can't
you.
hear anybody. Can any of you hear me?
Yes.
Hear her, but she can't hear us.
Hello? Eileen, can you hear me?
Oh, she's sending through on the local. Okay. She started an instant message. Al, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I just saw Maja's note there. She said she was talking about background noise. Somebody was saying there was, and that wasn't me because I turned everything off too. Everything was off here.
Click to the local chat, the IM for Eileen. And
Yeah, I'm in there now. I'm talking to her right now. Yeah, I'm already connected.
Really?
Yeah.
There's only 2 listings, she and I had clicked OK.
Yeah, that's where I am too.
Well, we'll type something, maybe add to, let me see if we're on the same string, if you will. Instant message logging enabled. Eileen is typing.
Yeah.
I'll call on Skype, she says.
Oh, she's going to call on Skype now. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'll open that up again.
I had shut it down.
Yeah, because there was a lot of conflict there. All right, I'm going to shut off my local voice.
Thank you.
Hi, Maya. It's Eileen. I'm going to turn off my mic in World.
Well, you sounded just fine in World, though, Eileen. This one, too. I don't know. Irene, are you still there? Hello, Irene?
When we were chatting among ourselves, that was fine.
Hi.
No, it was, hi, Al. What was happening, why I just left too, was the chats can be large, and that's why Terry was she kind of nudged me through the
Mm-hmm.
chat to say we should use IM,
And
but,
she's right.
yeah. At that point, live and learn, I think we ought to practice some IM stuff.
But so we sounded fine to me. We didn't have any noise going on. My audio was off the whole time, except when I was speaking.
Well, we were getting background noise. I'm
I think
not
that was in Skype, and you were connected. Did anyone else hear that?
The
I did
background
not.
noise, Maya?
It
Yes.
was like doors were closing
Yeah,
and stuff.
I didn't hear anything on my end when I was speaking.
Me
I
neither.
didn't hear any backgrounds.
And there's no one in my house except for me, and there was no doors closing.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that other guy. They were trying to get him to mute his mic. And I think he was one of the tech guys. It sounded like he was from England.
Yes.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
that was him.
Yeah, yeah. There was quite a bit of noise with a chair creaking.
Yeah.
I kept trying to click the button down on the lower right, like, am I off? Am I off? But it
Yeah.
was muted, so nothing was happening.
Oh, well, so anyway, I just want to say I thought
Oh,
everyone was wonderful. I had to admit, I didn't have a slide or two from some of you, whether it was something I didn't put in or maybe it got added later and I didn't get your updates, so I apologize there. But I was glad everyone was scripted because I think you forget things when you get going.
oh
And
yeah.
I just thought I want to commend you on a wonderful job. So I just wanted to thank you. But I was getting nervous there because I was seeing the guy typing who was doing the presentation, and our typing was going right in with his. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think,
Thank you for putting this together, Eileen.
oh,
Yes. Yes. Very much
um,
so.
well, I mostly
Greatly
was just
appreciated.
in between. Yeah, thank you. Well, and thank you for doing this.
Um, you see Terry? She just popped in.
Oh, did she?
She
I got
yeah,
nervous and signed off. So,
she's over in the booth, the uh, four zone 4.
oh, okay.
If
You guys were amazing. I have to bounce off. I am so sorry.
Oh, right. And I've got to leave too in a
Yeah.
few minutes, but
But thank you. Everyone was fantastic. It was awesome to do this with you guys.
Yeah, it was really great.
it was fun. It was interesting I loved when they had us, when they were talking to us before we started, you could really hear how they pull us together.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I have that all recorded.
Oh, good, Al.
Oh, how
Oh,
I have
neat.
that
fantastic,
all
Al.
recorded, and I figured you guys would like to, I could lob off the whole beginning and just, put render out just our presentation, but I'm going to include the beginning part because the setup did do exactly that. It showed how you set this up, and it were people from different parts of the world. It was really amazing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was very, very neat
Nice
to be a
memory.
part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could see, you see why we need groups. I already had somebody get in touch with me from one of the Erie BOCES about doing
Fantastic.
some work. So I'm going to go back in later. I've got to do a few things now, but I'm going to go back in later, hear more presentations, get by our booths.
Same
But I
here.
want to thank you.
I'll be
Yeah,
back in a little bit as well. Hopefully,
Hope,
I'll be with you some of
hope,
you guys then.
hope we run
I
into
think
each
so
other
too.
later.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm going to be
All
back
right.
too,
But I
Laura.
just wanted to thank you all for a great time. This
Great
was a
time.
great experience.
And thank you, Eileen,
Okay.
too.
All
Thank you, guys.
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
This was great.
I
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There are no more yogurts.